Hey guys, how you doing? This is JP Saricolia, coming to you once again with another episode of my podcast, Age of Heroes. This is going to appear also on my YouTube channel, so you are able to listen on my podcast and also on YouTube. I want to apologize first. I didn't produce a video today. I got up really late. I went to sleep late last night. I was playing Battlefield 1, so I'm getting ready for Battlefield 5. So I was just playing for a couple of hours. It was probably close to 3 hours. So if you saw my stream last night, so I went to sleep really late. I got up really late. I was not really feeling good. I do have some videos that I need to edit, and I haven't finished editing. This has been such a very busy week for me at work. I've been working really late hours, really putting a lot of time on my job. So it's been a bit crazy, and I haven't really had a chance to do more videos. I try to do a few during the week. I did a podcast and something else, but I haven't really done much. So it's just been kind of overwhelming. A lot of stuff going on here at home too, things that we have to do in the house. Some things, activities, of course, the holidays are coming, and there's a couple of things that we have to do for some friends. There's a wedding coming for a friend. So this like that. So we're really, really busy. So I didn't get a chance to do anything. So my apologies. If you're waiting for my videos on Saturdays for the book reviews, which I enjoyed doing, I didn't get a chance to prepare them or to finish them. Normally, I can give you a hint of what I do. When I review a book, I just don't simply grab a book and just open the book and just kind of tell you how I feel about it. I just don't find it interesting. I just don't find it as appealing, and I don't think is what you come to my channel for. I know that some you maybe go to other channels to see a quick overview of things, and that's understandable. You want to see how the book is and all of that. The physical aspects. To me, my book reviews are more about getting in depth with it, with the stories and what they mean, what they represent. So I go in depth. That's the reason my videos are long, an average of 30 minutes. Because I go into depth. So in order for me to really know, I try not just to make things up. So it means that I have to read the stories, although I have read most of the stories and not only once, but multiple times. I still like to prepare myself before I review the book, at least to read an overview or read some of the issues just to refresh the memory. So that way, when I'm telling you something, find out a little more information about the people involved in the art. So I can give you more information about the story art and who wrote it and the reasons why they wrote it the way, the reason why they created that way. I feel that that's important because we need to point out the people involved in the process. In my opinion, is their work, and we're reviewing their work. So it is a disservice when we don't really mention them, when we only talk about the drawing or the art, but we're not talking about the artists behind the art or the ones that created the storyline. So every person involved. So I really like to get in depth. So that means that I have to find time to really study before I do the reviews. And then I just let it go. I just sit down and I just give you my points. And I can tell you, this is a funny note. Sometimes my videos can last. When I film them, I get so hyped that sometimes it can take almost an hour for me to make a video. Like I make a video almost an hour, just to make one book. And then I have to sit down and figure out what needs to be cut. The stuff where I ramble a lot and they need to cut it. So I had to do editing. And sometimes I'm very good at it, particularly when I'm really rested. I can just sit down and it takes me only 30 minutes. Just, I can do it all in one straight shot. But for the most part, I have to do editing. It's particularly when I'm really tired. And I do work in a very, crunching job where I really tired emotionally by the end of the day. So when I come home, I'm just so tired. I just want to do things. So this is it. So I want to apologize for not having a book review this week. I'm hopefully next week we don't have the same problem. I'm working towards it. Of course, now with the holidays coming, everybody's getting crazy for the holidays. I've been playing also gaming. I'm a gamer, as some of you might know, but something that I really haven't shared much with you over the years with this channel. It was all more about comic books and, of course, statues at first and then comic book stories. But I'm a gamer. I'm a big gamer. I do love gaming, and I'm very involved into gaming. I've been gaming for a while. So, but it's something that I do in my personal time. Now I want to introduce that part into this channel as well. So we'll see how it goes. It's all about, entertainment. To me, it's all about finding the balance, and And I did mention this in a previous episode of this podcast. I'm looking forward to what's ahead. And I want to give you a little more of a bigger picture of what I'm trying to do. I want to do this full time. I said that before. I want to get into what I really love and my passion, which is create art and create videos and talk about stuff, and make it work. So, and I want to do more book reviews. I love comic book stories. I read comic books very often, and I love to talk about them. Unfortunately, they're time consuming, and that means for me to find the time to do it, which sometimes it's on the weekends, but also as a father, as a husband, have a lot of responsibilities, and sometimes I do things for my church, so I'm not as my time is so limited for the things that I can do. So make that I have to throughout the whole year. I came to a conclusion. You know what? I cannot continue like this. So I'm planning to go full time to do my YouTube channel and my podcast. How I'm gonna do it, I don't know. I'm turning 40 years in a couple of weeks. And I'm like, you know what? It's time to dream big. It's time to really follow my passion. And whether it works or not, we'll see. I'm planning to create a website, maybe have a store and sell, different products, things that we love, geeky stuff like, T-shirts or, book collections and things like that. So you can support this channel. I'm not trying to be rich. I'm just trying to follow what is in my heart to do. And, just do it that way and have fun with it, and talk about life, talk about not only about this comic book stuff, but talking about life. I did mention this before, and it's like the vast majority of the people that follow me going through my statistics are, males. 99% of the people that follow my channel are males. And that's where my demographic is located, between the 25 to all the way to 45 years old. That's the biggest demographic that follows me, which is kind of like where I'm at in my life. So I feel that, I share my point of view as a man, that have the same, issues that everyone has. We deal with, with bills that we have to pay. We keeping a family alive, keeping a spouse happy, raising your kids, going to work, trying to be a good citizen in this world and do the right thing, pay your taxes, pay the mortgage, all of those things. We deal with all these issues, and life is tough, and you find ways to express yourself, whether it's statue collecting, action figure collecting, video gaming, whether it's music, anything that collectibles or comic book stories or just watching movies. We find things to entertain ourselves. And it's good to have that. We have a lot in common, but also we have a lot that needs to be addressed in our lives. We need areas where we need to change, and we need that, wisdom that only can come from other people, hearing other voices. And I feel that that's where I belong. That's where I always find myself, that my calling in life is to help people, to really help people to find their dreams and, to overcome. I'm not a perfect man. Doesn't mean that I have a perfect marriage or a perfect family or that I'm the best man in the world. I have issues like everyone else. But I find myself to be to be a person that has grown in wisdom, over the years, because I've seen a lot and I've been through a lot, in my life, which I'm grateful that, I'm still here, and I'm, I have gained that wisdom that only, time, but also humbleness, because sometimes you have to accept that you don't know everything, and you need someone to help you out. So this is something that I really looking forward in my channel. So I do a lot of things to have that connection with people, but also for people to find themselves as they can say, you know what, I trust you, and I can share, how I feel. That's something that I can say is a gift that I always had. Everywhere I go, every person I met, I have a lot of friends. Even at my job, sometimes people come to me, and not only males, also females, and they express how they feel about certain things. For some reason, it's like they feel natural. It's natural for them just to open up and to share how they feel, and even share personal stuff about their lives and their struggles, with their marriages or their kids or their life, and their doubts and fears about, the political discourse that we live in, or the world, or how about this? And they always ask me about my opinion about certain matters, which I'm humble, but at the same time, I'm it's kind of makes me glad, made me feel good about myself, when people consider me and they listen to me. And that's something that I can say about this channel as well. It's like people come to this channel. Yeah, it's not a big channel, but people come to hear my voice and my opinion, about things. And I like it when, I'm very happy and really proud when people say, your your video helped me a lot to know more about this or know more about that. It really makes me proud. It means that the sacrifices I have made in order to do this have paid off, whether I have 1 million views or not, or a lot of people are listening to this podcast or not. I feel that, it's good if one person listens to it and, hears it, and it makes an impact in their lives and, for good, then I'm all well served, and that I feel that's pretty much bottom line. So, I'm really planning a lot of things. I'm so sorry they didn't make the video today. I will have a video next week. I'll make it work one way or the other, although my schedule for this week is going to be crazier than last week. I'm going to be working really late nights. I'm going to come home really late, probably around 9 p.m. That's when I'll be arriving home. So it's going to be crazy, but I'll try to make as much as I can. But bear with me. Bear with me. If things don't come that way as fast as I want them to be, doesn't mean that I'm not working on things or planning things. And I'm going to give you a little hint of what's going to happen in the next couple of months. I'm planning to leave my job. And I'll be straight up, that's between you and me, something that, my family knows, my people at the job don't know yet, but probably they'll find out. I'm planning to leave my job. I'm planning to leave my job at the end of this year. And I'm trying to go, and I'm going to put a lot of effort into this. I'm also trying to go back to ministry. That means helping people, as pretty much I did for years. Reaching out people, talking people. That means that I'm going to invest a lot of time in this channel, and I'm going to invest a lot of time in my podcast. I'm also planning to create other channels and other podcasts for, something separate from this geeky thing, from Geeky World. It's going to be more about spiritual things, about, self, healing and help, about, helping, praying for people perhaps, just for that, You're welcome to go with me if you want to. If you don't, that's not your thing, that's not your, what you like or you care about. By all means, you don't have to, you support me here, and this is a channel just for this, for what I do here on this. And my podcast, Age of Heroes, is for about the geeky stuff. But yes, I'm trying to do that. I've created my website. I want to go back to writing, which I did when I was, years ago. More writing, also to do blogging. So I'm going back to this, and I'm going to give it my best and see how it goes. How far can I go? And if it can be, at least be able to make money out of it, at least to survive doing it and have fun with it. I feel that this is the time in my life where I need to do it. So I'm going to do it. So that means that we will have a lot of videos, and that means that we will have a lot of episodes for this podcast. It means that this is going to improve as well. It's not going to be something that I just do on the spur of the moment. It's something that I just cook very quick and just throw it at It's something that is going to be well thought out. And I'm already working on it. I'm actually in the process right now on getting better equipment to do a lot of things here. You're going to see me streaming more, like video games. I'm going to stream more with a more better quality, of course. But you're going to see my podcast growing. You're going to see... I want to get to daily podcasts. I want to make daily podcasts Monday through Friday, so you can listen to things, and we can talk about not only about this geeky stuff, but everything revolves around that part of the geeky stuff on this podcast and Age of Heroes. And we talk about those things that really we care to entertain us. But also, I'm building another podcast, and I will give you that information at some point. I already have another channel that I created that it hasn't gone live, but I've been thinking for that for over a year, and I created a year ago, but I haven't really touched it, and it's gonna be just for spiritual things, just for for people that are looking for spiritual help. And you're more than welcome to participate with that when I have the information when it comes, but that's gonna be a separate thing. I try not to create it this time because I barely can keep this channel alive, so I don't want to have two channels, and I want to bring this podcast to a bigger platform in the sense of not only me talking, but me talking to someone else, having other people, having interviews, inviting people. I'm planning once I go live, I'm going to be doing more covering of events. So that means that I'm going to do a lot of traveling, which I want to do, to go to cons and conventions and, visiting artists and talking to people. and in different areas and interviewing people, and also taking you to places. Maybe you live in, and I don't know where you live in, what part of the world, but it was nice, if we do a little more of vlogging and going out and show you things of the world, things that you might never experience. I love vlogging. I follow a lot of vloggers, and I love what they do, and to kind of show you the world and show you my life as well and my family, and you can get to know me better. So a lot of things, of course, it might seem a lot right now, but in my mind, everything is just falling in place. And, everything is falling in place. And I'm very glad that I'm able to say I can do it, and I will do it, whatever the cost, whatever it takes. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for this 5 years. I've been here for over 5 years in this channel, and it's been amazing. I have found so many friends. When I created the channel, I was in a really bad place in my life, emotionally, spiritually. And I did it because I needed a place to express myself. And it was godsend, in my opinion. I met a lot of friends. Doesn't mean that everything has been good or perfect, but it has helped me a lot to grow. And through all of this, there were times when I felt that the channel will just disintegrate, except, because I went through some really hard times, rocky times with my marriage and my family, where I felt that my marriage will be destroyed. But with the grace of God and keeping steady and maintaining certain goals, so that means going to work. But more than work, this channel became like an outlet where I can express a lot of things in my life. Even though I was not really telling people what was happening in my life, it has been really good, and it's been a blessing. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me, whether it's only one person hearing this podcast episode, or watching this video. I want to say thank you very much. God bless you. When I say God bless you at the end of my videos that I've been doing for a little bit, I mean it. It comes from the bottom of my heart. I bless you, and I thank you, and I wish the best for you, and I pray for God to bless you in every way possible, because you have made a difference for me, and you still do. Every time you support this channel, and every time you watch my videos, whether you support me financially or not, whether you're here just for one video or not, you are making a difference, and you're helping me. So I want to say again, bless you, God bless you, and take care, my friends. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video or this podcast with your friends. Just say the link, send it to someone else. They can listen to my podcast, they can watch my videos. If you want to consider supporting this channel, like I said, I'm going live, going full time on this. Consider doing to Patreon. I don't have a Patreon yet, but if you consider that, if you support me with, there is just $2 or $5 a month, whatever, it really helps a lot. It will make a difference, so I can have better equipment and much better content for you every day. So I'll see you next time, and thanks for listening. God bless.